got connected with the women's team on Tuesday night.
That's fantastic. Again, guys, I was involved in the women's side of kind of football at kind of younger ages, and people underestimate women's football. That's what I would say on it, because I've been involved with Hamiltonaccies at younger ages. And my lasses 10 years ago, the weekend there, I beat Hibs in the Scottish Cup final at Torry Glen.
Brilliant, mate.
Yeah, as I'm saying, people underestimate, and there's a few of the lasses actually went on to represent Rangers. One wee lassie, you probably think she just kind of chucked it for Rangers, wee lassie Chantel Brown for that call. She was pretty prominent within the women's team in Scotland as well. So I'm saying I had Chantel when she was under 13 at Hamiltonaccies, and what a player she was.
All right, brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
Can I just come in there and apologise to people on Facebook and YouTube? We had a power cut and had to go off air there for a couple of minutes, but we're back on air again now. Thank you.
I hope you didn't do the old Tolly House and knock the colonels there, Augie.
Well, I was stealing the electricity after local church, mate.
All right, I thought it was the water we were stealing.
But we've moved up to the electricity now.
We'll get up there with that voltage. Hey, listen, guys, I'm going to duck out. Fantastic talking to you again, and hope everybody keeps safe and your families and all that are safe and on. I'll give you a call in the next couple of days. Thanks very much for having me again, Jim. Thank you very much.
Done.
Cheers.
Well done, Jim.
Cheers,
pal.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
He's a character there, Jim, isn't he? But he's obviously been involved in the game part. He's coached and he's refereed, mate, you know, and without these people, you don't have grassroots, yeah?
No, well, without referees, mate, you don't have a game. And then without coaches, who's coaching my young ones? Take my half to Jim. Obviously been involved in football for a long, long time. You know, obviously coaching, probably played the game at some point as well, into coaching. And then as you get older, he's went to refereeing. And 9 times out of 10, these guys become the best referees because they've played the game. You know, and nowadays, these guys are very, very difficult to come by. To get guys to give up their own time, come out and coach, you know, or referee games. So, mate, take my half. He's got a lot of knowledge. Across
Rangers Radio 5% team. That finished me with the coaching, mate. Couldn't get Fox to put his fags out. Bridgeman was always wanting to sign autographs. He wouldn't concentrate at all. Anyway.
Do you know when upset is it? I don't know if you ever wonder, Jim.
Oh, sorry, Bridgeman, come off of mute. I hit you by mistake, brah.
Okay, bud. Okay.
Carry on.
I was just going to say that when Jim was talking about, or when we were talking about Jim there being an ex-referee, I wonder what other referees see when they watch what we think is a blatant foul or a red card, a real red card offence, but nothing happens. I wonder what they see when they see that. I don't know if there's any defence. I don't know if they would go in trying to end them. But
I think the referees see they can only give what they see, mate. And obviously, sometimes you've got the hindsight of television, mate. You know, I think that's the point Jim made when he was on.
Yeah,
talking about I think it was the Alfredo tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he saw it slightly different to the rest of us. Anyway, people want to join us after the tune. What's the number?
0141 356 1972.
Join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We brought in a call with Fox and Old School Blue. If you phone in, hang up, and we will phone you back. And by the way, thanks for all the great contributions on GoFundMe to the Rangers supporters Listening Appeal tonight so far. We're getting there. We'll get there. Thanks a lot for everybody's donating tonight, and all the other donations, of course. There was a tune, Foxy Boy.
Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic. Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We support the Glasgow Rangers, do not Ibrox is the place, and we will follow in the championship race. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic. the best team in the land. You've got to cure and govern to get a ticket for the stand. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We've spent a lot of money on great players, yes, that's true. But the Rangers fans deserve the best from the boys in royal blue. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. The story, it was dismal, full of gloom. Now we're building an extension for the Ibrox trophy room. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. In Europe we'll be travelling by land and sea and plain. The teddy bears have got the bears and we're on the march again. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball.
Every time I hear that laugh, I wouldn't say who it was, but let's just say it was somebody from the northwest of the city. And they sent me a video of the family when that tune was on, mate. It was comedy gold, mate, and they loved it. And I always think of that. It was funny. You like that one, Bridge, didn't you?
No, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yes,
you back with us, Port?
Certainly am, sir. Certainly am.
All right. Okay, then. I think we had a couple of callers there, but I think it was Andy and I think maybe Big Stevie, but with some technical issues there. Bridgeman, we need to get some of the coins for the meter, mate. But I think we've been joined by Andy. I think we have.
Hi, but just let me turn this down because it's been going on and off all night and it's just come back on. Shit.
No.
Right, just do it a minute. You know what I'm like with this technology, right? I think that's
right.
Hello, Andy. You all right now?
Aye, no bad. I think it's all right enough. I'm just trying to turn this other one off here. Like, the phone will be doing its usual. It'll be doing the bouncy in a minute. Right, there we go.
Is that you sorted?
That's me sorted. Aye.
All right, mate. All right. How you doing?
Not too bad. Yourselves?
All right, mate. All right. I'm not a fan of the international breaks, but I think everybody knows that. We'll move on for that. But what's on your mind, brother?
I just wanted to pick up on the show. I say I lost the show. I was just getting into it. I lost it. So what's the points that we're playing on? By the way, apart from the internationals being bad right enough, but I keep telling you, don't you? This Jack's rising through the gears, you know. He's rising through the gears.
Well, you've been a fan. You've been a fan for a while, mate, and he's new.
Oh, definitely. From day one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as I said, just on my bit before you go into the subject, like I really do. I don't know if you remember. I've said on many occasions. I do think that eventually going forward, the Rangers should build around Jack. I generally believe that.
I agree with you there. By the way, 100%. I agree with you.
By the way, that's the thing about our midfield. Obviously, Stephen Davis, Ryan Jack. They're different players. For Rebo, Kamara's a slightly different player. Arfield's different. They're all different, and it's getting that blend right. I would say Jack's most competitive in there as a ball winner, Port Bear.
Yeah, we're
I think without any shadow of a doubt, mate, Jack's pretty strong in tackle. I don't know if you had my stat earlier on, Andy. Scotland's unbeaten every time Jack started. So that's
Oh, you didn't need to go to the stats. I've been telling you about Jack for a long time.
No, I know that, mate, but it's something I read last night in regards to the Scotland setup. I hadn't realised every time he'd played Scotland, whether it be right back or in central midfield, they ain't been beaten. So he's been absolute a mainstay. But can I add some of this is going to maybe my good mate Hawks might try and throttle me for saying this. But when I was watching Sir Stephen Davis last night, I did see a lot of great play for the wee man, and having watched what I saw as Zungu, I think Zungu is the man. If we keep next year, I think Zungu is the man that will replace Sir Stephen Davis. That's the guy I think that's got the technical ability. You know, I've seen half an hour of him. I've watched some of his international games on YouTube, be it all. But I just think he could be the guy that could sit in front of that back four the way Davis does and sweeps up in front of the back four, mate. And it's not a dig on the wee man. It's just I see him as a genuine replacement. I just don't know what your thoughts on, mate. I don't think you don't think that's too early.
For me, mate. Well, I think Zungu had a very impressive debut.
Yeah.
And the circumstances, a lot of people could have done what he done. 9 out of 10 for his debut. Kept it simple, great passes, worked hard across the pitch, looked impressive. But you've then got to put the context in the score and how easy it was. So,
yeah,
a different kind of jury for Hadji, but the jury's still out. The boy needs time. But on that, I can see your rationale. I'll hold my shot. You see Merriam. Andy?
Yeah.
Well, on Zunga, yeah, well, what you just said there, definitely. I mean, he looked to be able to, pass a good ball. He looked to be able to run about a bit of dig in there. But, you'd fancy a chance. Anybody that played any type of football coming into that, the way Rangers were playing, you'd fancy yourself to be up for it, wouldn't you, and be able to do it there? Because I would like to have seen him, well, I would be like to see him, but you'd want to see more of him if we're 0-0 and we're having to get a goal in the last half of it to get the 3 points. Then you'd see the real mark of it, I would imagine. And, like, foreign players as well, they come in, they don't settle quickly. So, we've got to have, a good 8 or 9, 10 games look at him. And then I think he's got something, but we've said this before about many players, haven't we? But yeah, I mean, definitely on the Davis side. I mean, what Pot's saying there, I totally agree with, because I mean he's not going on forever, whether we like it or not. And for us, if he turns out to be the player he was, and he can be, it's a no-brainer that he's going to replace Davis, isn't it?
Stephen Davis is one of the finest in this generation. Is one of the finest players. Not saying he's world class by any man in this, but one of the finest players that the British Isles have produced in this generation. And when you've seen the tribute he got when he got his caps the last international break, I think the pros think that as well. What they all said at the end of the interview, Oxchair's a good judge. They all said that Bridgman, didn't they?
Yes, they did indeed, and of course he's a wonderful player. Stephen Davis, Sir Stephen Davis, marvellous player, one of the best in our generation.
What do you think, Port? I mean, Stephen Davis, is he the quickest? No. Is he the most physical? No. Is he the hardest in the tackle? No. Does he score a lot of goals? No. But what a player he is.
But what intelligence he has, mate. What game intelligence he has. He knows where to be. He's a great reader of the game. And when you get older, these are the things that you have to rely on, isn't it? If you remember his first time round at Rangers, 2012 doesn't happen next year, in my belief, he doesn't leave Rangers. He finishes his career and he gets doing as one of Rangers' best ever players in history, in my opinion. Just unfortunate of them circumstances. I'm only going on what I see technically of Zungu. I didn't see a lot of the sideways passing. I seen there was a lovely pass he makes forward to Defoe on the inside right channel, right into his feet, and then he was hitting each swing. He was like a quarterback, mate. It reminded me of a young Stephen Davis. You know what I mean? When he got about the park, and that's the comparison I'm sitting on. And you know, if Zungu can go under Davis's wing, I know he's a bit tall to go under his wing, mate, but if Zungu can take a lot of experience from the wee man, he'll do very well at Rangers next year. Because, in my opinion, apart from Kamara, maybe, Zungu is the most technically gifted player, even above Jack and above Arfield. I think him and Kamara could make a good partnership along with Rebo as your middle three, mate.
It'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Well, I don't want to put Zunga under too much pressure. I know he's not a kid. He's not a kid, but I'll reserve judgment to see him playing in a few weeks' time when we go 1-0 down. There you go, Andy. How does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make there. It went a bit funny there. I kept getting the feedback coming through the phone there about 5 minutes ago.
Did you have a funny turn?
Aye, well, always having funny turns, you know what I mean? I keep trying to give me a rub down, but it don't work, you know. Yeah, look, Alfred, what Pot said there is quite right, what you're saying there, but you see, I've taken on with my man Jack. I think he's learned so much under Davis, which will, when Davis does retire, will take Jack even further forward, and somebody will be playing off for him, and he'll be. That's how I think it's going to go. I mean, a lot of people might not agree, but that's just how I see it. Because Jack's come on so much under Davis, it's unbelievable, and he's starting to put that dig into the middle. So you watch Jack, what he does off the ball and all that. He does a hell of a lot of dirty work in that team, you know, and sometimes it gets well overlooked with him. But Davis, I'd like to think Davis could, you know, we preserve him better a wee bit this season. Especially if we can start beating teams like 3 and 4-0. Because when, as I said the other night, we ain't getting 8-0 games and all that. We might get something close to it right enough, but you can take him off for resting for a game that you think you can win, albeit that can be dangerous at times, thinking you're going to win a game and it can go against you. But I would like to think that we've got Davis there next season as well, you know, because he's such a quality player. He's so far ahead of a lot of the Rangers players I know in that team, in my opinion.
Well, before I go any further, listen, I want to just thank you and your brother for your donations to the Rangers.
Don't worry about that. That's the, you know,
I just want to thank you along with everybody else, but there's only 17 shots left out there, people. So hurry up and don't end up disappointed. Right, and that's a good point, but look, Stephen Davis, what you need in midfield, Bridge, you need a bit of luck as well. Like anywhere in the park, injuries and it's just there's a lot of luck involved, isn't there? Brian Jack got his injury a few weeks ago and he was in the team. I know he's come back in bigger and stronger.
Yeah, I think knowing what midfielders are like, they've got to go on with their work, and they like to. Are very industrious and hold the ball a lot, and that draws the tackle and that possible injury. I think Stephen Davis he's had his share of injuries, but most of the time he's able to not shrug them off, but get back quite quickly and prove that he's everything. And yes, that's actually what Andy said there. I 100% agree. I hope we can keep him for an extra season. I don't know if his legs will last him 2 years, but if he's used sparingly, and I mean that in the nicest possible way, because you look at him now, some of the games you see him playing, and he's absolutely wonderful. He's playing at the top of the game, and it's just great to watch. And there's young Zungu is possible. I'm saying young Zungu is young compared to him. He's going to be a marvellous player for us. We've still only seen him in one half, but we'll see what happens in the next few games if he gets himself a chance and a run at it. And then we might be able to see what qualities that boy's got. And then you can start to make your mind up whether you want to keep some of the midfielders or do what you want to do with them, because we're going to have a very strong midfield by the sound of it.
I'm going to bring Fox in, and Fox has told me after the show for saying about Davis's legs and that and energy. Fox has got a different view.
I think he's as fit as he has been for a long time. I don't think he has any problems playing 90 minutes. And whether it's 2 games a week, I think the man is fit enough to play 2 games a week. I don't know why people think at 35 that his legs are gone. He keeps himself immaculately fit and he looks after himself in all aspects of life. I think Stephen Davis could play his 38.
There you go. Port Bear, there you go.
If you look at his career, mate, he's looked after himself. He's played at the highest level, international, English Premier League, Scottish Premier League, and he's not daft enough to think, no, mate, he can still run about that apart from 90 minutes. And Gerrard's not daft enough to, hear over the same training programmes of Lexa, Glenn Kamara and Joe Aribo. They were a bit like David Beer when he arrived. He'll be training when it suits his body, when his body mate will come in. See when the big games come along, i.e. in the group stages of the Europa League, or when we come against the team Pillar City, the difficult games, I'll guarantee you Steve Davis will be the first name in the sheet, mate, regardless of his age. So I have to agree with Ox, but he'll be used as being, and I think that's when the other midfielders have to, stop relying on a wee fella, step up to their mark and make a name for themselves, so that when we really need a fella, he comes into his own and he's 100% fit to take on these big games, which is so important to him.
Can I ask a question on this?
Yes, mate.
How long has Stephen Davis got to go on his contract?
It's a year's contract to go at the end of last year, man. So he finishes next summer.
He actually finishes next summer. We don't have an option to extend it.
They said they would sit down, wouldn't they?
Right, that's magic. That's magic.
Yeah.
So I think if we can get an additional year, so that would be 18 months, just for saying, say 18, 19 months from now, he would still be with us. And he will be, what is he now, 35 or 36? Should be 37 going on to 38 at that time. And I want him to go straight into coaching for us. I want him to be going into the coaching side. Whether he'll fit in or not, I don't know, but that's what I would like to see.
Listen, I'm hoping he comes on here as a panel member.
What are you going to do with Stato then?
Always welcome.
It wasn't him I was thinking about.
Oh, right, okay. Who are you thinking about then?
Flip it, Bridgeman. Say Zunga, Kamara come in and absolutely, we win this title, and they 2 guys are absolutely influential, in that title league. And Stephen Davis, God forgive, has an injury. Do you think Rangers would still look at giving him a contract, mate? And I'm asking all the panel that, I'm asking all you guys that. Do you think if Jack Kamara, Aribo, Zungu go and win that league through maybe injury and using Stephen Davis sparingly, do you think it'll still be over another year?
I think if
or
Stephen
is it time to move on?
I think Stephen Davis, being the kind of individual he is, he's very much like myself, an upstanding member of the community. He'll know when he's no an automatic first team pick, and he'll go and he'll say, right, my time's up. I either have to move away or as the plan as Bridge said. He'll know because he's an honest guy like myself. Andy?
Yeah, I think you just stole my thunder there. I definitely think that's the way it'll go. He won't hang around. He won't take Rangers for a ride or anything like that. He'll just say, look, thanks for the memories. I've done my time and I'll go away and do whatever I'm going to do after it. But as Fox said earlier on, if you look at him from the first period to you look at him, he never looks whacked out, does he? He just looks the same, doesn't he? I think he's a very fit man. I think he's looked after himself well. And you've got to mind he's played the Premier League and that, so he knows all the tricks out of that, and he's gone into the right dietitians and all that, and he's looked after his body. No, I think I think it's got a point there. I mean, I'm maybe overthinking it there and thinking, well, wait a minute, you know, put him a game here, a game there. No, as long as he wants to play and Stevie G thinks he's right and he's pulling the strings. And I would even, you know, in a major game coming up that would have to win a league or a cup or out like that, although I'm a big man on Jack, I would always pick Davies first because he's got the know-how. He's just, in my opinion, he's so far ahead of the majority of them players in that team, even now. I mean, I think he's just an absolute cracking player. I love him a bit, man. I think he's absolutely brilliant. But I would, you know, Huck's got a point there. Definitely got a point there. He doesn't look whacked out at all.
I think he's okay. And people want to join us. What's the number, Port?
It's 0141356 1972. You can come in and talk about the Northern Ireland and Yester or anything you want.
Where else can they join us, Bridge?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and Old School Blue and or Fox will bring you in and look after you. Enjoy yourself. Phone
up, hang up, and we will phone you back. Great to hear from anybody. Great to hear from people about my jersey, the 150-year celebration. They're obviously the celebration, remembrance that's happening in January, but a lot of things are COVID related. But great to hear from people. Any thoughts on that?
Well, your show got very heated last night, didn't it?
People get emotional about the Rangers, Andy. You know that. I know that. Yeah.
Aye. Well, the my jazz thing, actually, I'm the same as Fox said. He said earlier on there. I mean, I'm not my time. I'm not travelling around all over the place. I can't get a ticket. Shuggs has been trying to get a season ticket, as you know, when he spoke to you before.
Mm-hmm.
He can't get order one and all that. And you know what he wanted to do with it and all that. And I just bought the my jazz for the simple reason where I'd get a club money and that, you know, I get the scarf. I mean, the scarf's in the box now. I don't. You know, I just want to collect them up for the rest of the years and then pack them down to my, you know, and give the club the money. But I think over a piece, I think everybody, you see, you can't. We're thousands and thousands of supporters all the world, so you have to look at an objective way of where it's going. It's not. I don't think it's a slight on anybody. You know, it's just we're trying to take Rangers forward. We're trying to come into the new era. It's all for these young guys. We're trying to put things into place for them so they follow us and they'll do the same for theirs and theirs before. But my guess thing's a good thing. It's just like, you know yourself, we followed Rangers many years. I've seen many of these, what you call little tete-a-tete sort of thing, isn't it? You know,
people always got a motive, but people, what's great is we encourage debate. And I thought people, even with the emotions running high, were still respectful. That's all we asked for.
Yeah, well, I sat there last night. I thought, not for me. I'll just listen tonight. Like I'll just let you guys go at it.
That's fair enough. I've known Jimmy for a long number of years. I've never had the pleasure of meeting Albert. I've spoke to him a few times. Really nice guy. Cairo is, by the way, in the flesh. He's one of the most humorous guys you'll ever meet, Bridge, isn't he? He doesn't stop laughing.
Oh, listen, I think you're all great.
Daft as a brush, Daft as a brush.
Told you before, you're all great guys on that show, but you know that's what makes us come together. We're all the same. It would be a very boring place to be, wouldn't it? You know? So good on it. That's what
there was a couple of things I've got to say. My phone was quite busy today, and there was a couple of things that people pointed out to, is that the My Jeers thing, a great Christmas present, never even really considered that much, you know, that kind of thing. People are always looking to give people stuff, different Rangers, and also the guy who just put 5 million into our club for Japan, mate. He doesn't go to a lot of games, but he put 5 million quid in. He's a blue nose.
We all contribute in different ways, don't we? I mean, the common goal is at the end of it. You know, we might all not agree and disagree, but the one thing is we all care about our club and we just want to see them go forward, win these trophies, and hopefully, as I said to you before, when we get out of these COVID times, we can all get together. I can't wait for it, even if the game's not on. I just want to come up and meet these guys, you know, and just, you know, cheer apart and have a good weekend, like, you know. So, you know, we'll get there in the end. I'm convinced that.
I'm sure we will.
Have to be patient, you know.
I'm sure we will. Okay, come and join us. Give your thoughts on 0141356 1972. or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. You brought in the call with Old School Blue and Fox. Phone in, hang up, and we will contact you right back. Port Bear.
Hi, well, Sarah, can I ask the guys who's been the number one standout player for them this year? Just number one. Who's been the player that thinks, I'm not saying carried the team, but what player has shown most for them this year?
Do you mean this year or this season?
This season, mate,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I come in with two? I'll get two.
No, one.
Just one.
If you don't mind,
One.
I'm between two. I can't make up my mind between Itan and Hadji. No, if I'm between two, I'd need to go for James Tavernier.
Me too.
But that was Connor Golson was just behind him, mate. I think he's been excellent this year. But
I'm going to shock you. I'm going to have to go for Tavernier, and I don't think you'd ever thought you'd heard me saying that, did you?
Look, you've got to give credit when it's due, mate.
Yeah.
You've got to give credit when it's due. We've been joined by Southside. It's in the boys' gate, not for the first time, I believe. Evening, Southside.
Evening, gentlemen. How's it going?
Southside, you got a punt, aye?
So, I used to get a punty, mate, aye.
Hey, how you doing, mate?
What's happening?
Aye, we're just having a wee discussion on. I've just asked the boys here, who's been your number one standout player this season and why?
Oh, it's an easy one. It's Hadji, innit? It's Tav, innit? It's Tav.
Southside, you're a shocker.
I know, Bridge, but it's Tav. He's been outstanding, isn't he? His goals, his assists, the way he's playing. So, up to now for me, Tav, probably followed by Golston.
You never thought you'd say that, did you, Southside?
I know, I was struggling to say it, but I need to, don't I? I've got to be honest.
Is he becoming a captain, guys? Is he becoming a captain?
Different type for captain. Southside, see the thing about Tav, and I'll go to you, Port, I know you've asked it, but see with Tav, I think he's got it hands down, hasn't he?
Aye. Oh, sorry, mate.
Bridgeman, you the same? Bridge?
Yes, I'm a Tav person for that, absolutely.
Yep.
Is there something else you wanted to say there?
No, I just want to make sure it was a full house.
Oh, Tavernier, wow. What a tremendous button out.
Well, no, you gave it to Tav when he wasn't playing well.
Well, I'm going to surprise you. The way Tav playing the news, the way I always see him playing, my vote would go for Connor Golson, whose improvement has been 50% to 100% better than any other season.
Wow, there you go. What you make of that, Southside?
You've got to say he's playing well. He's playing really well this season. I said that before, didn't I? When you asked me who you thought was player up to now, and I did say I thought Tav had just shaded it. But Golston has played well. I'll give him that. It's a big difference in him this season, and it's good to see that he's playing so well now.
Right, okay. The vast majority have given it to Tav. The Tav lovers gave it to Golson. So, how close does anybody think he is to getting an international cap? Because it started getting muted in the press. Andy?
Yeah, well, down here, I mean, as you know, I don't watch much football. My sister's like, but I mean, I started picking up a wee bits now. And, England are not that good down the right-hand side, so that might not just be as daft as it sounds. He might just get a call up for one of these games, get in there, come up and do one of the runs or one of the free kicks. I mean, he's a shoo-in for penalties at the moment, isn't he? I think he'd even rival. Who's the man that plays up top for England that takes the penalties?
Harry Kane.
Aye. If you got him in like one of them, what do you call them, stupid breaks where they have a couple of friendlies, get him in. That's what usually happens in international football now when they're having a look. I don't in that English team now. I don't think he'd be that out of place the way he's playing. like I say, I had never thought I'd be talking like this, but I've got to hold my hands up. I mean, that guy's just absolutely supreme at the moment. You know, only thing, if I throw a spanner, the only thing that ever worries me about him and Goldson, which I'll get, I'd not even 10 out of 10, I'd give him 11 out of 10. But I always have that fear that they are the two guys that usually make the mistake. What you're hoping is that they're definitely going away, but you can't guarantee that they have. And that's the only little slight fear that's in my mind that I think's...
Goldson made a wee error. He lost the goal. And yeah, Southside, then you come, mate.
Tav for England.
Aye. Is it meant? If I'd have said to you 6 months ago, you'd have laughed at me, wouldn't you?
Aye. I mean, he's pretty consistent, but I just think it's sometimes the way they look at the Scottish game up here. You know, I think you maybe need to be more established to get in there. I'm not saying he maybe not get picked. He has got a chance. He's playing well, but it's the way they look at the game up here, innit? And I think if he'd maybe been in before and his form had been as good as it is now, then I think he'd be a shoe-in. But I don't know. Don't know if he'll get in the now, to be honest. But if he does, good luck to him. I don't think he'd let England down anyway.
Is that for it, Port Bear?
Well, I'm going to be brutally honest, mate. Trent Alexander-Arnold is probably the best right back in Europe at the moment, right? So, but you know, after Trent Alexander-Arnold, you know, there's not much England got behind him, and he's very, very similar to him in his dead ball ability, his crossing ability from a wide position. He's got some engine to get him doing that right hand side. Defensive game, in my opinion, in Tavernier is improved. But let's not just think about James Tavernier last year. Look at some of the performances by the England centre backs during some of the games. You know, Harry Maguire, to name but a few, John Stones. And the form Conor Goldson has had, you know, if England were, say 3 or 4 injuries, where they didn't have any centre halves, what about Conor Goldson? Oh, sure. Because them two guys have played absolutely immense.
I mean, the boy Maguire, Bridgman's a better centre half than him.
I was always a better centre half than him, I can assure you. No, but I don't think that. I have to say this and be very honest. I don't know if Goldson has got the pace, you know, because England play a completely different game from most teams, to be honest. And you really need to be fast to get yourself back quickly and so on and so forth. And Maguire does have that wee bit pace. I don't rate him that highly, but he's actually last couple of games he scored goals, so you can't complain too much. But my goodness, Port Bear's right. Some of the games he was playing just recently are absolutely diabolical. And yeah, you would ask that question: who's a better centre half in England than Goldson at the present moment? You'll struggle, you know, to find them. Struggle.
How pleasing is it? Port then will go to South and then Andy. How pleased is it? We're even contemplating that when you think back to the progress Niederkorn game 2.5 years ago. No, even 2.5 years ago. Port Bear then Southside.
Oh, yeah. And the rest of the guys. Steven Gerrard has done absolute wonders with our team on a tight budget. With players that we hadn't heard though. You know, he's probably scouted them and he's probably knew that he had a good idea. Remember, he worked the first summer he came in, he had a long, hard look all over Europe at players when he got guys like Katic and stuff. And to where he's taken your team in 2 years, that we're sitting here, you know, if England ever got a position.
The fact that we're having the conversation.
Aye, it's outstanding, mate. It's outstanding. But, you know, 2 years ago, we wouldn't be saying this. We'd be laughing at each other. If somebody mentioned it. You know what I mean? You'd be wondering what somebody's smoking. If I says to you, You know, what about Taverna for right back for England next year? You know, you'd say, thanks for your Cockport bear. You know, you would.
To be
But,
fair,
you know,
not a time I thought that.
I know, mate, but you know, I understand where you're coming from. These are conversations, mate, we can have now, and it's not just about them two. You've got guys like Borna, who's holding down the Croatian left back. Scott Arfield's away regular. Aribo's away regular. Alfie's away regular. You know, it's through the team next year, and that's all down to decent coaching, finding decent players at decent prices, and take your hat off to, you know, Ross Wilson and his scouting team and Steven Gerrard, mate, because that's who's made it possible. And I can't speak kind of enough about these guys.
Southside then, Andy.
It's night and day, isn't it? I'll not get down the road of Goldstein getting in the England team, mind you. But if I better
You'd
got an
eat two hats, wouldn't you, if that happened?
I'm not having Goldstein for England, right? I'm not having that. But the night and day for progress. I mean, I remember that's the worst ever away game I've ever seen. The defeat is the worst ever to any team in Europe we've ever faced. Dalsio coming on, I mean, unbelievable. What he's done now, it's night and day, like you're saying, and what Port Bear says. We've all said it before. They run in Europe, the players, the way they've playing in Europe, their stock's risen as well because they've got the experience in Europe now. They're undefeated. And it's just a major transformation. And the funny thing is, sometimes when you look at the three players, like we talk about mostly, is like Tav, Ryan Jack and Alfie. Stevie G never signed any of them, and yet look at the way they're performing in the team that he's built. And they've kept herself in the team. Sometimes managers change players, like, you know, maybe no fancy them, but the guys have worked their socks off and they're part of the, you know, and he never signed any of them. So that, along with the players he signed and the way we're competing in Europe, it's absolutely unbelievable.
Great points, and you come, Andy.
Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic points there. The other thing as well, like I said, we go back to that night there where he's cowering under a bush and all that, you can still see that now. So from where we've gone, but I've got another wee theory just taking it on slightly. Maybe last year, although there were the majority as players, maybe the guys actually was some of the guys were looking up at Orange Gerrard and couldn't handle his presence and his stature. And I think Gerrard slowly turned him around and started imparting his winning mentality. It's yet to be seen whether we take it over the line. But maybe the Bayern said, wait a minute, we're at the biggest club in my opinion. Looking at it, we're at the biggest club, biggest support in the world, and you know, we win things with this and we're going to go along with it. We're going to be put in the same breath because no matter what we think about the team, if they win this league, they'll go down as heroes, wouldn't they? You know, and then they'll go on and start taking it further. But I think that actually Gerrard's got to behave now and say, look, you know, your football players, you're better and good. You're now going to step up and become great. And as it stands at the moment, we're looking good. Let's not kid ourselves. We're not really got into first gear yet, and we're blowing these teams away, apart from the two hiccups at Livingston at the Manitou. So, you know, Gerrard's slowly getting into the heat, and if they get anywhere near his mentality, well, it's going to be great for Rangers going forward. There's no argument there. That's how I see it.
Pleasure, man. Oh, must be busy. A great debate we're having. Did Zunga score for South Africa? Is am I reading that right? Was somebody's put in somewhere? Check that out. Port Bear, I need to check that out.
Yeah.
Somebody knew something about stats. You'd maybe be able to get that one for you.
The one I want to find out is who's our best striker goals ratio per minutes on the pitch this season. Take tab at it. Be interesting.
Oh, you're talking about a striker, yeah?
Aye, Roof scored a few goals. Aye, Bruce.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
You know, obviously scored that wonder goal outside. You know what I mean?
The world's still waiting on that one. That's fantastic, wasn't it?
Aye. He's scored goals quite a few quite quickly. Alfie scored a few. Interesting. Defoe's come on, hardly played, gave him a bit and scored a goal, goals per minute. Interesting. I'm sure you'll get that one stat up. He's not
Big Hitton's not played that much, but he's got a couple of goals as well, hasn't he? I think is he only one behind the Buff in the league?
He might be, mate, because he scored that double. Even last year, Alfie didn't score a lot in the league. Oh, it's a good header. Big Zungo scored for South Africa. He's up some height. If somebody can post that in the lobby for the lads to see. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, Southside.
No, mate, I haven't. I was just...
It's in the goal. Big Zungo's up some height. What a physical presence he's got. I'll tell you what, I'll say this to you, Port Bear. Stephen Davis couldn't have scored that goal.
Did I read somewhere that Balogun's taken a wee injury as well?
He got a knock tonight and went off when it was 4-1. It ended up 4 each for Nigeria. I think you'd have watched that game, Port Bear, didn't you?
I did, mate. Yeah, yep.
Was it you that said Aribo made a complete and utter basket case of the last goal? Big mistake, no? Was it you that said that there?
No, it was Oxshare, mate.
Oxshare, right, okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Was it not you?
No.
I'm sure there's somebody mentioned that as well at the start of this show.
No.
It was me.
Was it you?
I'm Ox. He's F.
It was you, Fox. Thanks for that, pal.
It was the third goalie. He lost an easy challenge and it turned into a goal. But Big Balogun was solid at the back, but took two hefty barges and he got one in the ribs and then one at the back and get substituted after the second one. So maybe a possible injury to Balogun.
There's a big difference between me and him. But I'm Ox and he's F-Ox. You know?
Well, fortunately, we've got a week or so to get them back to fitness, I hope.
I've got to be, in my opinion, and obviously there's been people celebrating in Scotland because of results, but I just don't understand the logic of playing international football with what's going on at the moment. People moving on in the world to play a game of football, or even though it's worked well for us, I don't even understand the rationale of European stuff, but until we come out of this, but I get it, economics kick in, but I don't know. I just think it could end up going right for the football clubs and teams, but we'll see. Right, where are we? Right, we've really concentrated in the midfield tonight, Southside. We've talked about, before you come on, what was watching an article about Big Zungu, and we talked about Stephen Davis. And is that the strongest part of our team, mate?
Because of the amount of players we've got in that position, and we've got some good football players, and we've got the workers and that. It probably is the engine room of the team. I would say, Ox, you're probably right. Obviously, you've got to keep the door shut at the back. I mean, we've been steady at the back. To be honest, the defence and the midfield's been good. There's a few games where the strikers, like we said, haven't fired, but we've still won. But they've not been great in games. So probably midfield and defence, mate. To be honest, because I've been happy with the two of them. They've been absolutely solid in it, and it's been good to watch.
So we score 8 goals if our Falcons don't fire. It's quite funny, Port.
It's a team that I find very, similar about when Walter Smith came in, mate. He laid the foundations. He made sure the first thing he did was set our defence not to lose goals. And then, he got what you always say, the perfect blend in midfield. And then he moves forward into the team and he started picking up guys like, Jelic and that. Walter Smith always had a process, mate. and it was to stop goals, strengthen the midfield, and then find a guy that was going to fire you to titles. And Gerrard seems to be getting there in regards to that blend, in my opinion, mate. And, long may it continue, because finally Gerrard's, tactics and his awareness of the Scottish game and the European game, it's all paying off, my opinion, mate. It's all paying off.
All right. Yeah, Andy?
Yeah, I think we're midfield strong. I mean, you wouldn't worry if you had a couple of injuries or suspensions in there. I think we've got guys that can come in and just fit into that like your hand could fit into your glove right enough. I think the defence is pretty good, but is it right that Barisic could be missing next week?
They mentioned it.
With the COVID?
With the COVID, aye. Well, she playing the sheep looking forward there. I'm not too worried about that, because although we'll miss his crossing prowess, they put Big Shirley in the back there. Like, well, you know what the sheep like to do? They like to come kick and maim. Well, I'd like to see him taking that big guy on, I think that could work in their favour, because, a bit more physicality against them, That could be good. I like Big Shirley. I think if you looked in the Hamilton game, I know, Ashell said to me, his only downfall is he can't put a crossing, but he put a couple of good ones in there last week. I think he's definitely going forward for Rangers, your next left back. If people come calling for Barrett, I'd have no problems. I know he's only young and all that, but that guy's some unit. I only like to get up there close on a Saturday night with him, I'll tell you, when I was younger. I tell you, man.
Whatever floats your boat, Andy. I'm not here to judge. Rangers are a team for everyone and anyone.
Aye. Well, yeah. Hey, listen, I don't have a problem with that.
I'll tell you, boys. I'll tell you, that's brilliant.
I know. I fell for it again there, didn't I? I'm thinking getting it on like he's going the other way. Oh, I'm going to get you one of these days, I'm telling you. I'm going to have to get wiser here, aren't I?
Oh, you'll never recover for your... What was that? Bruno Alves?
Oh, no. I'll open another path here, isn't I? What was his name? I can't mind now. I'm sure he played at Leeds at some stage. That's what I'm sure he played.
It was funny. That was funny.
That was his brother. There was a Bruno there, was there?
Bruno Toriotti, the one that does his club dancing.
Hey, listen, he'll still pay for that, although he's paid already, I'll tell you. So there you go, that's another story. Comedy gold, wasn't it?
It was because you were so adamant, that's it.
Hey, listen, I was taking it to the bank box. What are you talking about? My son-in-law's told me here, oh, Jesus Christ. Sit down and shut up. I wanted the ground to open up,
That's what helps make us on here. It's the bloomers that do it, innit, Bridge?
Yes, indeed, but I still think Andy just fell right into your lap there for that one. Seriously, I still can't stop laughing at that one.
I know. I'm actually saying to myself, I said anything against this anybody and everybody, and then it talking on me like, done again later.
What a shocker, man. What a shocker. Dear. I'll tell you.
Jeez. I'm a bit worried about the times I'm going to get up there and meet you. I think I'm going to be in serious trouble in that.
Well, you need to watch it for Oxford, Anyway, Oxford, as you know, isn't that far away from you, so you might be able to get a word in his ear and ask him to take pity on you.
He could come and pick me. He could come and pick me up on his way up.
No, there's a question. He's
gone quiet now.
I think the answer to that is no.
No.
I've done it. I've picked people up for Corby the way up and been up to A1. Andy, I've done that. Corby Loyal was in the lobby tonight. He'll vouch for me. Well, George. Yeah, interesting. So you said that the forwards haven't fired yet. Obviously, Alfie made the sort of, if you like, the talk running about Alfie leaving seems to have disappeared. Now he seems in a better place. Roof's been injured. They're still finding their feet. Arguably, Kent showing flashes. He started the season okay. I think it's about getting that blend right with the front three.
Aye. I mean, Alfie's probably going to be our main striker as long as he's fit and healthy, I think. But Kent, I thought, probably, he does a lot of running. He does a lot of running off the ball as well. And we've seen against Benfica when he makes a run when Davis plays the ball. He was a bit unlucky. He's no finished when he's had a few chances. I think sometimes he was maybe just trying a wee bit too hard. I think probably a rest for Kent would have been coming right at the right time now. Give the boy a rest and let him come back, recharge. I think probably maybe come Aberdeen and the week after we'll probably see a bit better for him. Roof, when he's fit, I think he'll probably will be in the team a wee bit more in certain games. And Itten, I think he'll just have to bide his time now. I don't think there'll be, I think in time he'll be a success, but I think now he'll just have to come in and play his part. He's done it already at Motherwell. So we're hoping they'll click a wee bit better come once this break's over. But just before the break in a few games, we hadn't just clicked like Ross County and that. We were a bit poor up front. But it's like anything in it, Ox. It could change in a matter of weeks and hopefully they'll start firing again and the goals will start going in. But the midfield's scoring and defenders are scoring. And Roof's picked up a couple of goals since he's come in. So although we're saying they're not really hitting the heights, they haven't, but they're still scoring, eh?
Aye. Right, here your league goal scorers, Ox.
Aye.
Right, with James DeVerner on 8, Ryan Kent on 4, Kamal Roof on 4, Joe Revo on 4, Scott Arfield on 3, Morelos on 3, Goldson 2, Brandon Barker 2, Cedric Itten 2, and Yanis Hadji 1, Jordan Jones 1, Barisic 1, and Jermaine Defoe 1. That's league goals only.
How many goals per minute on the pitch?
Don't make it hard.
It's right quiet into that phone, isn't it? That's the rules.
Aye.
You know.
So just speed it up, what?
I would in the forwards, mate, the airport that Roof. How many did you say Roof had? 4?
4, yeah.
He's only. I think that was that maybe his first full game for us there.
Aye, it was.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, maybe. But the goals are really spread about the team there, Bridgeman, eh?
Yes, they are. We spoke about that. It's a godsend that we're getting so many goals from different places because Alfredo stepped back, I had done, and stepped back into a link-up role and was doing very well at it as well. So I think some of the goals we've had in the recent past there, Morelos has been, shall we say, involved in them and possibly the main man for creating the chance, you know. So I'm happy. We're getting goals. Other guys are getting goals. Some good goals. You know, so that Roof's goal for the inside his own half, basically, just fabulous. You know, just fabulous.
We're getting there. Aye. Talking a team Southside. Did you see it coming again so quickly 2 years ago? Seriously?
No, I probably didn't see it coming so quick. But obviously, Goldstein's got better. He's playing well. Barisic has been, think about it, when Barisic first came in his first season, probably people would say he's get rid of him because he wasn't really playing that well and he had a few injuries and he wasn't really in the team when he first came in. If we probably bombed him at that time, probably most of the Rangers supporters wouldn't have said anything about it. But it's just as well that he stayed and he's proved that he's playing really well now and getting a run in the team injury free and probably just taking a bit of time to settle coming in from another country. I always think sometimes when foreigners come in, you've got to give them a wee bit of time. Maybe if they're seasoned pros, 27, 28, and they know the score, then they should come in and be able to start playing within a few weeks. But it does take young boys, especially like Hadji as well, only been 21. Alfie, when he first came in, being a young boy. Aribo's come up, got to settle in. They've got to come and play for a club like the Glasgow Rangers with the pressure and the big badge that it carries, and we've got to win every week. And when the clubs they've came for, they don't have that pressure. So it takes maybe a few players a wee bit of time. Some players never handle the pressure. But they know it looks like Barisic and the rest of them, Tav and the whole team, they're all handling the pressure now. But so we see they know the way we're carrying on. So we're hoping that they just carry it on right through now at the end of the season. If we handle the pressure and we're playing the way we're playing, then we've got 55. That's it. We'll get 55, but we need to keep our feet in the ground and put each game as it comes, guys?
Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. Bridgeman.
Wow, what a marvellous night again. Once again, Rangers Radio pull out all the stops. Absolutely fantastic. Well done, Ox there. and well done to everybody else. Seriously, brilliant. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans and all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, please keep it going for the Rangers and keep it hard going. Just keep it hard going. 11, I think it's 11 sleeps, and I'm looking forward to it.
Can I send all my best for everybody here at Rangers Radio to the Rangers ladies team? Come on, bring the points home for us on Sunday. Would you think, Port Bear?
Indeed, mate. All the best, girls, and hope you stay as proud as I expect you today. Let's take on what the men's team's doing, go and destroy them, and bring the points back home. All the best, girls.
Yeah. Can I thank everybody that joined us? Southside, Port Bear, late substitute stood in. Andy Felix, who else joined us? And Jim 115. Can I thank everybody for taking part? Obviously, Bridgeman and Fox as well. And Old School Blue doing the technicals. There's nearly a dozen shots just left to win the football card. Hopefully we get it done on the weekend. Thanks to everybody at Rangers Radio. We'll be back between 8 and 10 on Monday evening, celebrating a victory for the Rangers ladies over them. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Oh, every other Saturday, my half day off, and it's up to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Copeland Road, me and my wee pal Joe. Oh, we love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Oh, we won the Scottish League about 1,000 times. The League Cup is simple too. We gave some exhibitions in the Scottish Cup. We gave a Wembley Wizard too. And when the Glasgow Rangers win the European Cup, when I won they had before, we'll rally round an Ibrox 100,000 strong. We'll give the boys an Ibrox roar. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers